There's a lot of things that we could do to fill the void, but we want to take the best measures holistically to make sure that the things that we're doing to make us feel good and fulfilled and hopeful and joy are actually things that are sustainable in the long run and not something quick that we're just doing in the second, that are actually going to deteriorate our bodies more. Hey y'all, welcome back to Holistic Flow. I am your girl Lolo, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how we struggle to sit still and how to overcome that struggle. So, believe it or not, this is something that I have a problem with. I often always find myself doing different things, and I am such a busybody that I need mindfulness in my life in order to keep me on track. If that resonates with you, let me know in the chat or in the comments what you struggle with most in your mindset journey, or you struggle to get your mindset together, right? Because in some aspect, we all struggle with some sort of anxious thoughts, whether it's actually like clinical anxiety or depression or just ADHD, right? So let me know down below what you struggle with the most in your mindset, and maybe I'll do a video on it in the future because I do a lot of mindset videos. Also, you can take a quiz that will tell you how meditated are you, meaning how ready are you to start meditating, or what other guidance that you need towards your journey of mindfulness and meditation. So let's get into this video. Why you may have trouble sitting still. And this is honestly all around focus. This is the inability for us to guide and direct our mind and guide and direct our thoughts. But just go into this conversation knowing this: where your attention goes, energy flows. And whatever you think about a lot grows, right? It's easy to remember because it rhymes. Especially what you think about over and over and over again, it grows bigger. So a thought in your mind, you are like a dog chasing its tail. When you're anxious, when you're stressed, when you're obsessing over thought, it's as if you're a dog chasing its own tail. So you chase that thought over and over and over around until that thought begins to chase you, and then you're in a loop of negative thinking. This can often manifest itself as stress, not only in the mind, but in the body. So one of the first reasons why you may struggle to sit still is because you're having stress and it's manifesting itself physically. Your restlessness, maybe you're not sleeping at night and it's making you fidgety. You feel like you have to do a whole bunch of things because the more fidgety you are, the more tired you are. And so sometimes we're restless mentally and also physically, and it can be exhausting. So in order to combat this, we have to find an entry point for our mind to notice or become aware of the thought that we're chasing that is making us more stressed. And the way that we do that is ask yourself, is this thought something that I can control? Is this an event or an outside situation that I have no control over? Or is there a way that I can focus more on what I can control and make that bigger and make that thought bigger than whatever I'm focusing on that I can't control? One of our main reasons for anxiousness, anxiety, stress is that we are hyper focused on everything that's going wrong. We're hyper focused on everything that we feel like we can't control, especially if it is a thought that we don't want to have. And because we are hyper focused on that, it becomes easier for the mind to focus on whatever is most negative. However, if we don't even have much control over it, how does it serve us to focus on it? It's only going to seem more and more and more further from our awareness to focus on that. So we need to make the thought bigger of whatever we have control over And then eventually what you don't have control over will become smaller. It will become less important. And as we increase our level of mindfulness and awareness, we can start to just forgive and forget. So what is it that you're trying to control? Or what is it that, even your thoughts, what thought are you trying to control that you really should allow to fade away so that you can focus and attune more to everything that you have full control over in this moment? One of those things is your breath. And your breath actually controls a lot of responses in your body that regulate our stress. So just think, if you were able to bring your awareness to your breath more often than you bring your awareness to whatever thought is stressing you out, how much more liberation your mind would have. Because not only deepening your breath makes you feel better, makes you feel calmer so that your body feels calmer, but you're able to lower your blood pressure, which helps really honestly get rid of a lot of diseases. Helps lower your heart rate, which instantly lowers your stress, and it increases your ability to focus. Realize that the mind is a muscle, and it's the most important muscle that we have. More important than all these body muscles. Because yes, the mind is part of the body. The brain is the body part, but the mind is just the mentality that stems from our ability to control the body part of the brain. You feel me? So that's the first thing. Start to bring your awareness to whatever you're thinking about that you can't control, and bring more of that awareness and put more of that energy into whatever you can control. And then you'll feel like you're more in control of your body, because you should be in control of your body. Another reason we feel distracted or we feel like we can't sit still is because of boredom. And not necessarily boredom as in you don't have anything to do. Because if that were the case, then we wouldn't procrastinate, right? How many of us procrastinate? I see you. I see you behind the camera. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If we were really bored, then we wouldn't be doing things that just fill our time. It may not be that you're trying to procrastinate or fill your time, but you're trying to fill the lack of stimulation in your life. What isn't stimulating you enough that you feel like you have to run around and accomplish all these things by the end of your day? Or what is stimulating you too much? So that's two sides of the coin. If something is stimulating you too much, such as coffee, that's just the first thing that came to mind. Something that you're putting inside of your body, and most of the times it is something that you're putting inside of your body, then how important is it for you to stop being restless or stop being anxious or stop being able to not sit still? How important is it for you to overcome that to where you'll feel the need to sacrifice whatever is stimulating you too much? If that makes sense. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to solve or get rid of your pain? Sometimes it just takes for us to be in so much pain, not necessarily pain physically, but pain mentally, like that anxious feeling that's always in your body. It gets to the point where you're going to sacrifice something bigger than that in order to stop feeling it. So it's what is stimulating you too much or what's not stimulating you enough. Is your life in general not fulfilling you enough? Okay, start asking yourself questions. Is your job not fulfilling you enough? Is your relationship not fulfilling you enough? Is your friendships not fulfilling you enough? Are you in a domestic situation with your family at home that's not fulfilling you enough and hindering your growth? Is there something within you or somebody who you haven't forgiven? Is there somebody who you're harboring unforgiveness against and that is emptying you from the inside out? So what isn't fulfilling you, or not necessarily fulfilling, but what isn't stimulating you enough spiritually? There's a lot of things that we could do to fill the void, but we want to take the best measures holistically to make sure that the things that we're doing to make us feel good and fulfilled and hopeful and joy are actually things that are sustainable in the long run and not something quick that we're just doing in the second, that are actually going to deteriorate our bodies more. Quick pause because I want to shout out this one brand. Who likes the shirt that I'm wearing, right? Got my girl Lauryn Hill on it. It says Black Queen. All right. So this is a brand called Ethereal Black, and they sell apparel and they sell home decor and artwork, y'all. Their brand is bomb. Check them out. You can get this shirt that I'm wearing or any other apparel that they have, hoodies, t-shirts. Go to the link in my description box. You're also going to be supporting a Black-owned brand as well, so go ahead and check them out. Now, how do you solve the problem of not being able to sit still? Like I told you in the beginning, I actually struggled with this a lot. I struggle with the ability to sit still day to day, even though I'm a yoga teacher, a meditation teacher, and I literally teach people to be okay with sitting still. But just know that whatever stage you are in trying to eliminate distractions out of your life, trying to eliminate stress, try to eliminate anxiety and try to keep it to a minimum. No matter where you are in your journey, we all still struggle with it. So don't compare where you are to any other place that you think you should be. That's the first thing. So stop judging yourself. Because the judgment that you cast on yourself will only make you cast judgment on other people, and that will still come back to you because you're always a mirror of everything that you do or say. If you struggle to sit still throughout your day, this is what I want you to do. First, you want to practice this activity of relieving stress physically in the body, because if your mind hasn't caught up yet, it's difficult for you to do that in your body. So here's how you start to find relief, and do it with me. You want to squeeze every muscle in your body, squeeze your face, squeeze your shoulders up by your ears, maybe even making a fist, and just tense everything up. Take a breath in. Go ahead and relax it. Let's do that 2 more times. Do it with me, for real. And then go ahead and squeeze everything in your body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a breath in and then release. Just 1 more. Let's go. And squeeze everything in your body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze your face, squeeze your face. Inhale, exhale, drop it all. And now, you're much more aware of your body, and you're like 2 times as relaxed as you were before. Why? Because you went ahead and noticed the tension that was in your body, one, and then you took physical measures to go ahead and release it with your breath, and then physically with your body. So just doing this activity once a day and maybe in the morning will help you prepare to sit still for something like 20 minutes or 10 minutes of meditation, right? And so when I started meditating, I wasn't used to sitting still for even 5 minutes, but I worked my way up from 5 to 7 to 10, and now I meditate 20 minutes a day, and sometimes even an hour a day. But I had to start somewhere. And so I started doing that technique every single day. And then I started adding on other things, such as tapping my thumb to my every other finger on my hand, and then doing that with the breath, right? So inhaling here, exhaling here, inhaling here again, exhaling here, and then do it all again. I teach these in my Patreon membership. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, and you want to learn how to meditate, and you're a beginner, maybe you've never discovered meditation, mindfulness meditation, and you're a little bit skeptical as it's for you or not, there's no question that it's for you. You're the number 1 person that it's probably for, because if you're not used to sitting still, the key to doing so, the key to relieving your stress, the key to relieving your anxiety is to start to practice it and to start to change your mind around the autonomy that you have over your body, because you have it. Regardless of ADHD, regardless of OCD, regardless of anxiety, regardless of depression, you still have that control. You have to use those things and use those mental capacities to your own ability. So the Patreon link is down in the description box below. Go ahead and join it. It's if you go to Starbucks at least once a week, the amount that you spend on Starbucks once a week, the Patreon is less than that. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. All right, y'all. Let me know what in the comments that you'd like to see. Again, I have the quiz. It's a free quiz down below called How Meditated Are You? So you can see your meditation score or how ready you are to meditate. Go take that quiz. It's completely free. And let me know what other videos that you would like to see from me in the future. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm sending peace your way, love your way, and joy to you, your family, and your friends. All right, y'all. Peace.